Hello everyone, I'm checking out the Oknife Multifunctional Hatchet once again. Let me show you guys the box for those who missed the first video. Okay, there's some things I want to, these are some important details. Okay, here is the steel that they use. So it's not a premium steel, but it's good for hatchet axes. All right. This is really important too. I really like G10 handles. They're really grippy. All my Spyderco folders are in G10. And lastly, the weight. So, which is a non-issue for me. Once you open up the box, there's just gonna be a perfectly shaped foam, and you're just gonna get this itty bitty little manual. There's nothing complicated here, but you might just want to pay attention to the instructions for the sheath if you're going to use that. Pardon me. If you're going to use the Kydex sheath, so that's pretty cool. Anyways, forget the box. We'll come back to that. Let's check out this. I always keep on calling it an axe. It's a hatchet. All right, so the length, let's see, approximately 13-inch. Okay. Well, where I live, we're using centimeters, so this is a little bit confusing. All right, let me try to get this in full frame here. Okay. Now they have this in several colors. This is OD Green. They have a tan color, which looks pretty sharp. There's an orange one, which is high vis. Good if you're going outdoors and you lose it and you want to easily find it. There might be some other colors as well, but for me, I'm an OD Green fan, so it was automatic. I gotta have this color. So anyways, these are G10 handles, and that's awesome. Okay, this is a separate piece of metal, but other than this is one single piece of steel, one tang, so that it's going to add strength to it. That makes it a strong tool. Okay, now this is, I assume it's inspired by Viking bearded axes. So Google that and you'll see something much like this. Okay, now let's check out the edge first. The edge is amazing. I mean, this thing can slice paper like no problem. Okay, this is kind of carefully. I really must apologize for all of these focusing problems. Okay, here we go. And there's a little ant crawling on the edge. But from the factory, it was very sharp. And it's not necessary for a hatchet. That's why I was a little bit surprised. There's the little fella. But surprise, yes, but let's cut some paper. Now, I'm not going to cut too much paper because it's just a waste. But let's see if I can get a good angle here. Okay. I just want to see. Actually, we'll do this kind of cut. We'll do a push cut. Let's see if you can handle that. So you see I'm pushing. And I'm not trying to force it. It's a little bit difficult because I did use it already. So there you go. That's one pretty smooth cut. Now you see that snag, but that's not bad. That's good. This is a hatchet. Okay, this can shave hair. I didn't even hone it yet. Okay, the reason why I didn't cut so clean is because I was testing it out the other day. Anyways, let's move on. Okay, so it's a good edge. Okay, not only is it a tool, it's a weapon. Okay, let me see the weight. It's not heavy. I like heavy stuff though. The grips are good. I don't care how big your hands are. you're gonna find a nice spot for it. Right here. I like it right here, just right here. It's a nice little contouring. You can even choke up to here if you want. Reason being is because you don't want your fingers to get cut by that. So, all right. So I love the handle. It's a good size for me. I like it. Like, it fits in my Mystery Ranch 1-day assault pack, which is good. So, all right, now let's check out something I think is very interesting. This is considered a multifunctional hatchet, so it has to have some functions. What are they? Well, the first one, I think you know what I'm going to talk about, is going to be right here. Okay, what is that? Okay, at first glance, it looks like a meat tenderizer for making steaks. So this is for hammering. Okay, not getting hammered, but I'm talking about hammering nails, hammering whatever you want. Okay, look at that. Can we get a closer look at that? Excuse me. Look at that. Imagine getting smacked in the head with that. So if you were doing a lot of nails, it's cool because we also have a crowbar where you can remove those nails. So back to this again. I call this, or some people call it, meat tenderizer, meat pulverizer, but it's basically a hammer, and it can function as a blunt weapon, and I would not want to get smacked by it. Okay, so we'll continue down, down, down. Okay, got the branding here. Okay, and just look at the very end of it. Okay, now this is going to be a crowbar. You can take the nails out with right here. This is kind of sharp. I really wish they had finished this a little bit more, because it's a little bit sharp, the corners a little bit sharp. But let's see if we can see how nice and shiny and sharp we can get this picture. Here we go. You can see the little lines in the steel. So this can be used, pry bar, crowbar. So there's so many things that you can do with it, and well, mainly it's just chopping. But it's just a bonus that you get the hammer, and then you get a crowbar or a pry bar. It's not big. It can also, if it was necessary, you could defend yourself with this. Now we haven't talked about the Kydex sheath yet, so I want to smack that on. Here is the sheath right here. Okay, so most of the time I'm gonna have this on because it's gonna be in my backpack, and like I said, this thing is freaking sharp, so you got to be careful. Even this, I kind of wish they had some kind of cover or something, because it is kind of pointy. Okay, so anyways, back to the sheath. This is the front of it. So this is how you would place the axe back into the sheath. So here we go. You want to put it right here. Just right there. Boom. Now you see, I want to get hooked up on the axe, no, the hammer part. So there we go. And then you have two ways to secure, right? Two straps here. Now there we go. That's the hatchet with the sheath, and here is the Kydex belt. It's a clip. I don't know. I know you can clip it on your belt. I tried doing that already. It's got a lot of cool adjustments. You can, shift it either way, and or take it off, or not even use it. It's up to you. So I put my belt in here. I tried it today, and you can easily just push it, close it. When you open it, just squeeze both tabs. Okay, and like I said, to adjust it, just adjust these screws. Some people recommend keeping this on if you're doing work that does not involve chopping, just so you don't cut yourself accidentally. So you don't have to, but what I'm saying is that, let's say you're hammering some nails or whatever, there is a chance that you could cut yourself, and knowing how sharp that this is, I can see that happening pretty easily. So just be careful there, okay? So that was just one YouTuber who recommended that, but that's just really up to you. Just use common sense. But I just had to remind you that, yeah, it is pretty sharp from the factory, and I was kind of shocked by that. Okay, so I think overall this is a good hatchet. I was looking for one for so long, but I didn't want one that was so ridiculously big or whatever. But this is perfect because it fits into my Mr. Ranch backpack. So one last thing I had to mention: the price. It's, I would say it's not the best. Obviously, it's not the best hatchet in the world, but it's a good value. It's a good value. Okay, I made a review on this YouTube. There's people coming in, oh, I got it for this price at Amazon. Da, 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 da. Well, I got it for approximately $60. Okay, for me, that's not terribly expensive. I mean, people are spending, a lot of money on other kind of EDC stuff, and this doesn't seem expensive to me at all, and it seems really useful in it. And I really like Olight because they don't only do Oknife; they have flashlights, of course. I mean, they cover everything. They're just an EDC company. So it would be cool to see them expand more into things with edges. So knives, hatchets. It would be cool to see them expand this line because as of right now, we mainly use just their flashlights and other things. We have a storage case here. This is also so we call this O-Tool. So O-Tool, but O-Light is the main company. So then we have O-Knife, O-Tool over there. All right, so that was the Oknife Multifunctional Hatchet. I like the packaging. Normally, Olight does a good job with packaging. They pack really well. Their boxes are very good, except for this one. But it's not bad. It's okay. But normally, they really do a good job with the presentation of their boxes. But this one comes in a rather just plain Jane box. I don't really care about the box. I care about what's inside. So, anyways, if you guys watch this in full, thank you so much. I have other videos as well. I want to thank everyone who watched this and have a happy new year, guys. I really appreciate it. Thank you.